Guys, welcome to another fan reaction on Flying Pig United. I'm your host, Eddie O2, and we're here reacting after, I've got to say, it has got to be said, it's a well-fought 1-1 draw against Chelsea, who were in form, could have got the win, but letting a dubious penalty. I'll talk with the lads behind the scenes, G-Wolf, thinking that it may be a dubious penalty. But G-Wolf, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on again.
Cool, always good to see you. And obviously we've got Griffo Chaz. How you doing, mate?
I'm also doing good. Better than I thought I was going to be after that game. So, we'll take it.
We'll take it. I mean, obviously the win would have been great, but we've got a result. We've got a draw. I don't think we could lose that game. And yeah, we've got some points on the board. I'm going to give some shout outs to whoever's in here. Thanks for everyone getting in here. Obviously, I'm sure the people that have been seeing this on you used to fan reaction panel. Flying Pig likes to have some fans come on. So yeah, people get in here. Please hit the like and subscribe. Pig is on the way to 50k. I think it's about 48 point something k. It's getting up there. So people hit the like and subscribe. Little Big Man, Lamonge, Ray, MUFC, Tento Cisco, United Forever. He's a member. Good to see you. Ronnie Dodge, who's a member. Yeah, good to see you, mate. Avenger Massey's always getting in here, saying good result. Yeah, I was saying in terms of what it looked like, the dynamic was that people were saying that Chelsea were going to batter us. I was looking at a lot of people doing previews before the game, and a lot of Chelsea fans, I mean, they were saying it was going to be a battering. I even saw on one show that someone was saying it's going to be a 9-0. We saw nowhere near that kind of thing. I mean, Man United came through, and I was actually taking notes a little bit, even though I know this was still going to be Ole ball, because come on, we got Michael Carrick, we got Phelan in there, and McKenna. They're still doing what Ole's tenure reflected, and that is park the bus and counter attack. And it kind of looked like it was a Jose masterclass. I don't know if we can call it that, lads, because we did sit with those three defensive mids. I mean, we played four at the back, and then we had Matic, and then we had Fred, McFred. We had Fred and McTominay, and we made it hard for them guys. They couldn't play. I mean, we had 30% possession for a lot of that game. I think the overall stats was that it was 34% possession to Man United, 65% to Chelsea. They had 24 shots, 6 on target. We had 3 shots, 2 on target. So we were more efficient. If we're going to stay on the positivity, we were more efficient. Chelsea were wasting their chances. They had 86% accuracy for their passing. We had 74%. They had a lot of corners. I've got to say this, they had 15 corners. We had 2. We defended those corners well. Maybe the set piece coach is working. Guys, maybe he should be getting a raise today. Maybe I'm getting too giddy over that, but we defended corners well. Bailly looked good in there today. It's unlucky that they didn't get a clean sheet. I thought Wan-Bissaka was all right as well, but we're going to get into like player ratings later on. Overall, I'm going to get into what you guys are saying, but yeah, for me, the game, because I'm a football fan as well as a Man United fan, the game was a bit boring, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about Ralph Rangnick. He's yet to be announced by the club, but I can't wait to see some more exciting football. I mean, I don't know how we can enjoy football when we've only got 30% possession, guys. G-Wolf, what's your take, man? Could you take any more from that game than you could do already from what we've seen from Ole?
Well, we defended a lot better.
Okay.
Well, defending was a hell of a lot better than the previous games. What is it? Second clean sheet in a row now. So
we're letting it go. We're letting it go, mate.
Yeah. The penalty. Shit. That penalty that should never have been. But we defended a hell of a lot better than what we did before. As I said. That's our attacking was a lot better. I think Bruno should literally he should have been on the bench.
Really?
He's going to keep. Yeah, he was crap.
Yeah, but
Where
you said
was
the
he?
attacking. You said the attacking was a lot better. We only had
The attacking was a lot better, but
what was the shots that
I
we had
don't
again?
think
I said it already. We had 3 shots, 2 on target. It wasn't
3
that much of an
shots.
attack.
So
Yeah,
apart from Sancho, Sancho, he's improved a hell of a lot. He scored 2 goals in 2 games now.
he's on form. That's what we need going into the
That's
next
it.
era of Ralph Ragnick,
And
man.
and also it's on his favourite side, the right side. So
That's true.
he's doing all
It's
the
true.
right. He's doing all the right things. So yeah, as I say, it was a lot better performance, and let this hopefully if Ragnick comes in, we'll see the master Gegenpress rather than the fools of Chelsea, Liverpool, and all that lot.
Yeah, I mean, people in the chat keep getting your comments in. We're going to get into the chat when we can. Johnny, thanks for getting in here. Let's be fair; they battered the statistics. They battered us statistically because that's what I was saying earlier. They had a lot of the possession, 65%, a lot more shots, a lot more passing accuracy. They didn't score from open play, and we did. I thought we looked more likely to win. I mean, that's the thing. We had to bank on another mistake. We saw in that last game versus Villarreal. Ronaldo had to bank on a mistake from the goalkeeper passing it out, and then Fred dispossessed that player, got the goal. Here, I don't even know what Jorginho was doing, trying to control that ball that was coming from the heavens. I mean, when in doubt, clear it. But I'm not going to complain. Sancho pounced on them, got the counter attack, we got the goal. Just quickly before we get to what Griffo thinks, Zemiassi in with super stickers. This is what Zemiassi does nowadays. Just super stickers. I don't know what this one is. Zainab told
with
you.
The laughing
it
pear emoji, I believe.
What? Why is it? How can you be laughing? I can't wait to that next week on Thursday when we're playing Arsenal. It's the big one. This should have been a big one, but we know when Ralph Ragnick comes in, the godfather of the Gegenpress, when he comes in, and we're going to have that manager bounce, I hope, because that's part of the culture now. When a new manager comes in, you get higher energy. It's going to take a bit of time for that kind of philosophy to be implemented, but I don't think Zane's going to be laughing. I think we're going to have a good manager bounce against them, and we're not going to see Zane taking the piss. Zane's been taking the piss the last few weeks. I don't know, Zane. Have you been paying up Pigo, or is Pigo taking in installments from the super chats? I mean, you got a long way to go to £2,000, Zane, because you know what I mean. That's the debt. I don't know if the bailiffs are going to be sent out to you, mate, but maybe Pigo's agreed to the super sticker installments. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But obviously, Griffo's got to talk about what you thought about the game as well.
Yeah, I think we always kind of knew that statistically Chelsea were going to be better than us. And I think the possession what was it? You say we had 32%?
There's 34%.
34%. I actually think Carrick kind of wanted that because I don't think we were ever going to go in the game and boss Chelsea possession-wise because they're so well drilled on Tuchel that they're great at keeping the ball. We were never going to beat them on the ball. So the setup was to play defensively and hit them on the counter. Similar to what it was when we played Villarreal. First half, keep it very defensive. That's why it was 0-0 at half-time. Was it? It was 0-0 half-time Villarreal, wasn't it? And at half-time 0-0 at Chelsea. That's why. And then second half, go for it. We get fortunate with the Ballon d'Or contender Jorginho's mistake. I think the Ballon d'Or's not happening anymore, Jorginho, mate. But I think.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he got some more confidence from getting the penalty. I mean, that kind of saved him, innit, really, in the end.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard to talk about this game because at the end of the day, tactically, it doesn't really matter because we know Ralph Ragnick, who is the better tactician, is going to come in. So it didn't really matter how we played too much today. The result mattered, and it was a bonus point because I don't think anybody quite expected us to get a point away from home at top of the league, and we have.
Yeah.
So it's a bonus point, and that's all that matters. Annoying we couldn't get the win though, because I think forgot who said it in the chat, but the win was there for the taking. I felt
it was there. It was there.
A big chance that we'll get onto.
But I like what AR Dan's saying. More worries for them because I don't like it, but yeah, we know we're shit in this moment. They couldn't beat us in our worst moment. This is we're at the trough of a peak, innit? You get peaks and troughs. We're at the trough right now, and I think they were toothless in attack. Pretty much, I don't know why they started Werner. I thought they were going to start Lukaku because I'm on that kind of thing of where when there's Man United rejects that play against us, they tend to score. Just like Josh King last week, he scored in about 6 games against us, since he's left. That's a lot of games. So I was thinking they were going to start Lukaku, but they had goofy Werner up there. He wasn't doing enough, and I was liking how we were keeping that. We kept him out of the game, and yeah, I think that the fact that we got a point there, even though we're off form, I think before this game we've had about 4 points in 21. They couldn't even beat us when we're off form. That's something to take into this next game against Arsenal. It really is. Chris Faulkner, thanks for getting in here. Carrick needs to step down to dinner, lady. Okay. We're getting the Godfather in, man. We're getting the Godfather of the Gegenpress. We're getting Ralph Ragnick, man. I mean, the club, I reckon they will announce it on Monday because that makes sense to make the announcement at the start of the week, I mean, I've heard that they're kind of keeping it on low key because they're still sorting out some clauses in the contract. I'm hoping it's that, and I'm hoping they've not fucked anything up because Carrick getting some results here, fair enough, but we're still seeing Ole Ball. 35 likes. Thanks, guys. Keep getting your likes in. Like and subscribe if you do. Where's our name tags gone? There it is. Oh, yeah, it goes off when we put the chats on. So, yeah, I'm your host, Eddie O2. Got G Wolf and Griffo Chaz. It's the fan reaction. So, guys, we're going to come into some of your points in the chat soon enough. But going into, because we already know what was going to happen today. I like what Griffo Chaz was saying. There's not much we were going to learn from today because we know it's the same coach and staff. So going into that next game, I really want to talk about what kind of team we may see. Because I'm thinking that there's a lot of people that it's kind of a little bit of a debate as to whether some people can fit into this gegenpress, because in that game, I don't know if you saw us really press as a team. I mean, we did sit deep. It's going to be a big transition for us, or transition. It's going to be a big transition from us to go from sitting deep, right, and soaking up pressure to doing this gegenpress where you have to, like, sometimes when you lose possession, I've heard that you're supposed to try and win the ball back in 7 seconds, which obviously we don't do that. Yeah. We have 34% possession. That reflects that we don't win the ball back enough. And then we've got the lowest running stats in the league this season. So, yeah, I mean, G-Wolf, what are you thinking is going to happen, with the team? I mean, are you thinking like people like Ronaldo may get dropped because we know he doesn't press? That's been talked about. I mean, people like Martial, that not really known to press.
It's like if we go back to the Liverpool game when we lost 5-0, the front five, well, unfortunately, but the front five was pressing right from the off, and that was Ronaldo as well. So if we do a 4-3-3 gegenpress, then Ronaldo can press. That's what I was getting at. So, like, the front three can press, so can the midfield, and then we can press as a team, as such, but we do leave ourselves wide open for the counter attack. So hopefully that's what Ragnick can sort of tweak a bit. And do you know what I mean? Not have so many people going gung ho attacking.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure about Ronaldo's legs because we've seen like he's quick over 5 yards, and then he tends to slow down after the fact. I'm just thinking because he's a big name. Obviously, we know the player power. The player power that he has is big, so it's like it's up to Ralph Ragnick if he thinks Ronaldo can fit into this team press. And People were saying, I mean, even I was saying today, Ronaldo being dropped today was a bit of a shock. But I'm thinking, because he's 37, this is the thing, yeah, we know Ronaldo is a beast, but he's 37. Yeah. He's got to have some rest, isn't it, really?
Yeah, he can't play every single game as what he used to. He needs to be used for the big games in the Champions League, I think. And then just play him like, 1 week in, 1 week out of the Premier League.
Yeah.
But mainly use him as a Champions League player.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, we should use him sporadically, I don't know, maybe in his contract he's got a stipulation that says he's got to play most games. Vujinator getting in here, thanks for getting in here with your opinion. The game went away from us when Ronaldo came on for Sancho. Sancho should have stayed on. Ronaldo did nothing. This is what I was thinking when I was watching. We're going to get into what Griffo thinks as well. When I was watching this, I was thinking we've got a goal. We don't need you put Ronaldo on when we need a goal. It seems like he's got too much player power, where he's got to get some minutes because we look like we're not in control. I mean, Jose likes to think that. Remember when Jose was here? He said he can control the game without the ball, and I suspect Carrick was thinking that. But then you're trying to put Ronaldo on right when we don't even need a goal, and then took Sancho off. I actually forgot that he came off. What do you think?
There was a reason why. I was going to say there was a reason why Sancho came off. Right? It's because of I don't know who it was. I think it was Bruno. He sprayed a ball to the right, and Sancho chased after it, and Sancho sort of pulled up a little bit, and then tweaked it. It had a tweak on his thigh, and I think that's the reason why he got subbed off instead of another player.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, Griffo, did you see that? Was it an injury then, or I'm not sure.
I didn't see that personally. I think Sancho was probably going to come off no matter what. I think, it's kind of when you have Ronaldo on the bench. A manager as inexperienced as Carrick would probably go, we got Ronaldo on the bench, we've got to use him. So I think that wasn't necessarily the change that surprised me. The change that surprised me the most was Rashford, because I think it was 1-1 or 1. I forgot what the scoreline was when Rashford came off for Jesse. I think it might have been 1-1. We can check that in a minute.
When Rashford came on, he came on for Lingard came on for Rashford at the 77th minute. So that must have been 1-1.
That was 1. That was
1-1. Jorginho scored. When did Jorginho score? He scored
69th minute.
69th minute. That's it. Yeah.
And I thought if we're going to sit back, we need one player to really counter-attack when we have the opportunity to. And Rashford is that player. I thought he didn't have the best of games, but he did still cause Chelsea a few problems defensively.
He was a little bit quiet, in my opinion. I thought Sancho was doing a lot of running, and Rashford, for me, I don't think he was really... I didn't really see enough of him.
Rashford's one of these players that are quite frustrating to watch. Similar to Bruno really is. They can play averagely and you wouldn't notice them, but then they'll have a few moments where they just spark into life and win games. And I think the way we were playing defensively, we needed Rashford as that counter-attacker option. Whether he was tired and he had to come off for Jesse, I don't know. But that was our one outlet that I kind of wanted to see stay on, but it didn't. But, I mean, Carrick obviously thought, we're 1-1 now at 1-1. Let's not keep Chelsea at bay, and not get a second goal. So he set up defensively to take that draw. So I think that's what he set up. But I would have wanted Rashford to stay on. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. I'm just thinking about the overall game as well, because I'm itching to just get on and talk about what Ralph Rangnick could do, but we still got this game to chew the fat on. I mean, I really didn't like those three defensive mids in there. Even though they stifled the game, they did what we think Carrick wanted to do, which is stifle the game. It looked like it reminded me of a Jose kind of team and a Nuno kind of team, because I remember when he was at Spurs, they played 3 defensive mids in a couple of games. Spurs fans hated that kind of thing. Yeah, I didn't like today. I didn't like today in terms of the spectacle. Matic in there, I think, yeah, he had a better game. Matic had a better game than against Watford, because in Watford we saw him make a lot of mistakes. Today, I mean, it's hard to analyze the team like player for player. It's hard to analyze the team because we had 34% possession, right? So we just pretty much are containing the space, soaking up pressure, and yeah, for me, Chelsea didn't look that good, and I think that's promising to see that Chelsea didn't look that good today, because like AR Dan in the chat was saying, they couldn't beat us in our worst moment. That shows that that there's something to build on there where we've managed to get a result. This has got to give some kind of confidence, even though we couldn't hang on. I want to talk about the penalty there, because I thought when I looked at the replay, but when you look at it technically for that penalty, G Wolf, because G Wolf was saying behind the scenes, you thought that Wan-Bissaka got the ball first. He clearly went through the back of was it Thiago Silva? People in the chat. Can you put a 1? People in the chat, put a 1 if you think that was a penalty. But yeah, G Wolf, what you saying, man?
I thought it was
put a 2. Put a 2 if you don't think it was a penalty. Sorry, G Wolf, go on.
No, it's fine. I thought it was a very soft penalty. At the end of the day, yeah, right. He was going for the ball before Silva was even attempting to go for the ball. So it was inevitable that it was going to be a coming together. So for me, it was not a penalty. Right? Because at the end of the day, the player tried to put Silva tried to put a block on it when Aaron Wan-Bissaka kicked the ball, and then he kicked the player's leg. At the end of the day, it's not a penalty. It's just But the referee, he was booking people right, left, and centre for no reason as well. So I thought the referee should have gone to VAR, and then they could have overturned it. But it is what it is.
Don't VAR actually talk to the ref if they think it should be overturned, right? They do talk to him, don't they? I'm sure they would have.
They recommend he goes to the screen and has a look if they feel it is overturned.
But he didn't even do that.
Well, yeah, Griffith, I want to hear what you think as well, but I'm going to see what people think in the chat. Avenger Mass thinks it's not a penalty. Frank HS, penalty. Jamie Ogden, penalty. Poma E, penalty. he's actually put 1.5. He's not sure. Avenger Mass is not sure as well.
No.
Bit on the fence. Let's see. Johnny, I think it's 50-50. Silva had his back to goal. Silva had his back to goal. Silva had nowhere to go and stuck his leg out. It's a no for me. I mean, this is what we see, though.
There you go.
This is what we see. Pen all day. I've seen this before, because I remember people like Vardy, like being smart in the way you put yourself in the way of that defender, just so you can get the contact. And when it looks like someone's kicking through the back of you, it just looks like a pen. It's a really shady thing that attackers try and do. But if you look at it technically, objectively, Wan-Bissaka has kicked through the back of Thiago, even though we know he's going for the ball, and it's a split-second thing where Thiago's just snuck his little sneaky leg in there. It's a pen, Griffo. I don't know what you think, man.
I think it's a penalty. I think it's not Wan-Bissaka's fault, because his job was to clear the ball, and as you say, Silva put his leg just. I get that what G Wolf is saying is a soft penalty, but annoyingly those get given now. And he did kick Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I'm not saying he
admittedly made the most of it. He stayed down for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's getting on. He's like 50 now, and he's
yeah, man. Those legs have got to be rusty to the point where, like, even a little touch will just, like, cause him to be like just on the floor for ages. But that's what they do, man. These prima donnas, man, they stay down for ages, man. They milk it. That's what happens, man.
Yeah. But it's a penalty for me. But
Yeah.
you don't. I struggle to find and put blame on Wan-Bissaka there because he's just trying to get the ball out, and you can't pull out that late after seeing Thiago Silva come in.
It was a split second thing. Yeah, I didn't blame him for that. I thought
it's unfortunate, but it's a penalty.
I thought, it's
I
unfortunate.
thought it was just a coming together.
He's tipped through the back of him, man.
Yeah, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka was going for the ball well before Thiago Silva put in his foot, right? So basically, if you did that to me, right, would you want to, right? And I wanted a penalty. Would you say, no, it's not a penalty? Or would you say, yeah, okay, I did do it, right, that's a penalty?
No, obviously you're going to be biased to your own team, but then when you look at the replay, that's what I'm saying. When you look at it objectively, you just can't get away from the fact that Wan-Bissaka is trying to clear the ball, but then Thiago has beat him to it. That's the thing; he's beat him to the ball. You can't argue against it.
But if he beat him to it, then the ball would have gone into a totally different direction. Instead of in the direction of where Aaron Wan-Bissaka's hitting.
No, because Wan-Bissaka's kicked through the back of him, so that's changed what Thiago is going to do, isn't it? So, you know what I mean? Because it's a split second thing, you know.
If the roles were reversed and Wan-Bissaka got there first and Thiago Silva kicked Wan-Bissaka, then we probably get a free kick.
We get a free kick for sure.
Yeah.
Frank HS is saying the same thing.
Yeah, true.
There's contact and a discussion. I didn't want the penalty to be awarded. Obviously, I'm a Man United fan, but I just look at it technically and objectively. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. Avenger Mass is asking an interesting question. Man United better without Maguire in defence. I like Bailly today, guys. I like Bailly. I didn't see a foot be put wrong. I see G Wolf a little bit like, because Maguire is his guy. But Bailly was looking like the guy today. The amount of clearances he was doing. Because we saw Chelsea were putting a lot of crosses in there. Reece James is looking like Trent Alexander-Arnold nowadays, getting a lot of assists and goals. He couldn't do anything today. Putting crosses in there, Bailly heading it out. Who else was playing? Lindelof, I think he was doing his bit. But I kept seeing Bailly doing a great job. So I want to see Bailly. I hope Ralph, when he comes in, I hope he's looking at this game and thinking, you know what, Bailly? I'm thinking you could be the guy we need to play the high line, because we know Ralph's going to come in and want the high line. That's part of the gegenpress to press the team. So I don't know what you guys thinking. Are you guys thinking Maguire dropped and the captaincy will be changed? People in the chat getting your views as well.
I think Maguire should lose the captaincy because he plays better without any pressure. I think the captaincy is getting to him a bit.
Yeah, Poma saying Maguire out. Okay.
I drop him as a captain, but I still keep him in with Varane.
Oh yeah, Varane.
Don't forget, he's still got to come back.
I'm sure he comes back versus Arsenal, hopefully. I think it's touch and go with Varane. I don't know if he's going to be back for that one, but he may be. Oh, I want to see him there. I want to see Varane and Bailly, though. What you say? What G-Wolf? You're saying Varane and Maguire? Yeah. Griffo, though. Who's your preferred partnership, though?
Well, usually when Bailly has a good game, the next game he either gets a red card, an injury, or an own goal. So expect that against Arsenal if he plays, because inconsistency is Bailly's middle name. But I think I do like Bailly. Obviously Varane is part of that centre-back partnership. It's hard because we know what Maguire can do, but he's not doing it at the moment.
Yeah.
Bailly's been good. I think Lindelof has been pretty good since he's been coming back in. I think he's been all right. So, I think Varane's probably the only proper staple of that defence, of that back two, the centre-back partnership.
Yeah.
And then you can interchange. It's so difficult because you really shouldn't be interchanging a centre-back partnership.
No.
Probably, I would lean towards Varane and Maguire. I would, because I think Bailly is good, and I think Bailly as a bench option, an alternative, is great. I just don't think Bailly has the consistency to be a starting centre back week in, week out for a team that should be winning titles.
That's the thing.
Well,
I mean,
I think
what Kate Slater is saying here is what I think as well. By his physical talents, never question. He's fast. He's tenacious. You don't really beat him in a tackle. He's saying if G Wolf can protect him from getting injured, we would be golden. That's the thing. The inconsistency leads to the fact that he can't keep those hamstrings fit. It's like he's got cheese strings for hamstrings sometimes. He gets injured too much, but I think that's down to the fact that he is one of these high octane defenders. He likes to do overhead kicks to clear the ball instead of like maybe being a bit more calm. He's a bit too tenacious. So I would love to see him in there with Varane because we can definitely play a high line.
He loves to fly in a challenge as well, don't he?
Speaking of centre backs, when McTominay was down at the end of the game, I saw Phil Jones. He was standing up. I thought, here we go, Phil's coming on.
Oh yeah, Phil Jones was on the bench. Yo, do you reckon? You reckon Phil may be considered as an option?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, big Gob saying what was Phil on the bench for? To fill it in for Maguire, maybe?
Possibly.
I think when you work in an office and it's your final day and you kind of mess around a little bit, annoy a few people before you leave. I think Carrick was kind of like that. It's his final game. He thought, let's have a joke. Let's put Phil Jones on the bench. Drop Ronaldo, just for the banter. So, that's probably the reason.
Yeah, I mean Phil Jones. I'm just trying to think as well. I mean, I can't see him getting any game time because we've just gone out of the. We're not just gone out of the Carabao Cup. We've gone out of that cup because that's maybe where I would see him play. Maybe he gets an FA Cup appearance or something. I don't know, but he's on 100K.
Maybe against a lesser teams.
Yeah, maybe in like because we play in the third round, right? Maybe he gets a game if we play someone like Accrington Stanley. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get a favourable draw in the FA Cup. I want to see us win a cup this season. Something, even though the season's gone kind of tits up this season. It's like I want to see us be saved. Almost like a Ragnick coming in and having a two-shell effect.
We're winning the treble with Ragnick, by the way. This season, we're winning the treble with Ragnick. I don't know how you haven't heard about it yet.
What's the treble? What's the cups?
FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League. We're winning the lot.
Premier League, we're still 12 points off. You know what? Yeah, it's only 12 points with how many games? About 26 games to go. But if you look at the teams in front of us, you got to look at the resistance of teams. It's like seven teams in front of us, or 8 teams.
In all fairness,
they've all got to lose games, Griffo.
Yeah, true. In all fairness, looking at the United fixture list, it actually is very favourable because we have Arsenal and then we have Ragnick and who obviously come in, and then we have teams that are quite low down, mid-table, relegation, fodder, them sort of teams. And then we don't actually play a really big team until March. And then hopefully by March, Ragnick would have coached the players and they will know what they're doing a little bit better. So I think bringing Ragnick in now with the run of fixtures we've got is probably quite ideal for us.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the fixtures now. I'm looking at the fixtures now that we got, Yeah, Arsenal at home next. It's good. I was going to say it's good that we got home advantage, but we've not been good at home. Then we've got Crystal Palace at home. We've got Young Boys, but we're through in the Champions League already. Then we've got
Maybe
Norwich.
That's where Phil Jones plays. Champions League appearance for Phil Jones.
Maybe that's a free hit for some boys to come in. I don't know, man. I wouldn't even try and risk that. I would just want to keep a winning run going. Like if we win against Arsenal and against Crystal Palace, I would say if you can keep the first team in, keep it going. But if he has to rotate, I would agree with like not Phil Jones though, isn't coming in. I don't know about him, man. He's gonna be rusty. But then after Young Boys, we got Norwich and then we got Brentford. So yeah, Griffith is a good run. Then we got Brighton, Hove Albion, then Newcastle, then Burnley, and then Wolves and Aston Villa. Oh, Aston Villa, we've lost to them as well. But I know what you're saying there, Griffith. It's no like it's a good run.
Chelsea's, City's, Liverpool's until March, I think. So if we can go on a good run by the end of February, who knows where we might be?
People are confident in the chat. Batman saying, "Yeah, we finished top 4." AR Dan saying we can get 6 wins out of 6. how would that be for confidence? That would be what we need, because we're on, what is it, 5 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. To get to double figures on wins in the league, yeah, would be great, because 5 losses already, that's what like some champions get within the whole of a season. Or like, if you're top 4, maybe you get 5 losses in the whole season as well. It's like we're really in a hole right now where we need a really good run, and we need to have Ragnick as a machine. Black Rock Rugby, that's what we need to have. Ragnick is a machine. We've seen what he's done, right? We've seen he's innovated the Gegenpress, right? We've all seen the videos of him talking great tactics. I don't know if you guys saw that coaching conference they had, where he was just teaching people about what you do in training. If you get 30% of your goals from counterattacks, he says spend 30% of your training practicing counterattacks. Or if you're getting 30% of your goals from set pieces, spend 30% of your time in training doing set pieces. He even talked about having a coach for throw-ins. I think he was talking about that. He analyzes everything down to the finest detail. And I'm a fan of systematic play, so I want to see that come in. He's got 6 months, as we know, to try and get this team of prima donnas going. It's going to be hard. I don't know if we get to see Pogba again. You know, he's got to get Ronaldo. I don't know if he's going to adapt to Ronaldo. He's got to get people coming back in the team like Martial. Maybe he's coached into doing the press. I know Rashford. You know, Rashford could be coached to do this pressing game because he's got the legs. Donny, I want to see Donny come in. Hashtag free Donny again, because we didn't even see him till, was it the 89th minute today? I don't know what it is with the coaching staff on Donny. We saw him have a good game against Watford in the holding position. Then he got moved to the number 10 position for some reason. He didn't have a good game, and then didn't really get much today. So I want to see like the technical players really put in the team and really really coach properly. But we've got a super chat from Steve Johnson. Congrats on the result today. Well done. You know what? I respect people like Steve Johnson. I always speak to him in the Flying Pigs chat because he's a Scouser. But the thing is, he's been trolling us since like the 5-0 loss. But he's not been trolling us to like the high extent. He's not really like, he doesn't really disrespect us as Man United fans.
No.
He gives us our plaudits when we do well. He doesn't really troll that much. I give respect to him, because if we were battering the likes of Liverpool, I'd be trolling him a lot. If they were in our position, I probably wouldn't be doing the same thing. I would be shameless. I'd be taking the piss. So props to Steve Johnson for getting in here. I can't wait till we play them again. Imagine, because I don't know when we play Liverpool again. It's going to be a few months' time, ain't it? Yeah.
March, I think. April time.
March time, maybe. Maybe Ralph Ragnick has enough time to install this Gegenpress that we need, yeah? And it's going to be the godfather of the Gegenpress versus one of the godchildren. Because we know Klopp has taken the inspiration from Ralph Ragnick. I remember in a game where I think it was Ralph Ragnick was managing Hoffenheim and Klopp was managing Dortmund. Hoffenheim beat them in 4-1 in one game. And Klopp came out after the game saying that he wanted to be just like Ralph Ragnick. He wanted to have his kind of tactics. And since then, he's been copying that Gegenpress. So I would love to see if Ralph has us in like that kind of form where we can battle with Liverpool. And obviously, imagine beating them away. That would be... Imagine we beat them 5-0 away, guys.
Yeah.
Redemption for Man United this season.
That'd be really
That's
good.
what it would be. That's what it would be, guys. But people in the chat, please keep getting in the likes. I think we're on about 40. Is it 45 likes, something like that? Someone update us, please. But keep getting the likes in. I think we've got to do player ratings before we get into some other chat, though. De Gea. What are we thinking about De Gea today? He made a great save against what's his name? One of the, was it Hudson-Odoi? Remember that chance?
Oh yeah,
great save.
Game, yeah.
And then that save onto the crossbar as well against Rudiger's, when Rudiger took a shot as well. That was a great save. Remember the long shot?
Yeah, just a little touch on it onto the crossbar.
Yeah, I give him. I mean, he let in the goal, but it's from a penalty. I give De Gea a 7. Still, people in the chat getting your ratings. What are you thinking, G Wolf?
8 for De Gea. I thought he did brilliant. He kept us in the game in the first half. If it weren't for him, we would have been 5-0 down in the first half at least. I thought, because we was just absolutely terrible in the first half. We defended well, but apart from that, we defended well. But if Chelsea had their shooting boots on and they were more clinical in front of goal, we would have been on the cosh straight away, and it would have been 5-0.
It's an exact parallel of the Villarreal game, isn't it? That we play poorly the first half because we're trying to maintain the 0-0, and then bring players on in the second half and go for it. That's the 2 games Caracas had. That's what he's trying to do. And I mean, a win against Villarreal and we're through in the Champions League and a bonus point away at Chelsea. I mean, it's worked.
What's your rating?
For De Gea, I'm going to go 7. I think the tip onto the crossbar was good. The Hudson-Odoi save was probably the better save. The other saves, I think his standard goalkeeper should be making them. I don't think they were in the bottom corners too much. I think if you put Dean Henderson in there, he would have saved him. If you put Tom Heaton in there, he might have saved him. So 7, I'm going to give him a 7 based on the fact that he made that really good save early in the game from Hudson-Odoi.
Nice. Avenger Mass, thanks for getting in the likes. 49 likes. People, well done on the likes. Charlie Anthony updating us too. Keep hitting the like for the Flying Pig United. Road to 50k. Like and subscribe if you're new. People are saying De Gea 9. Johnny saying De Gea is 9. Avenger Mass 9.5. Man of the match. I don't know about man of the match though. Maybe it could be because, like I said earlier, us having 30% possession or 34%, there's not much other people were doing. And I mean, Griffo was saying he made some standard saves, which he should be making, but I mean, I did say, did I say it was 7, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about man of the match. Yeah. Frank saying he's man of the match. He's saying 10.
10.
Yeah.
We might be taking De Gea for granted, to be fair, though, because he's getting 7, 8, 9s most games. So maybe we've just become accustomed to how good he's been this season and we're giving him less ratings. Maybe that's the case.
Yeah, AR Dan saying 9. I reckon we're going to see a Player of the Season award for De Gea again. I mean, if he gets another Player of the Season award this season, he's got to be the best keeper in history, because I don't think even Schmeichel was getting Players of the Season the amount of times that De Gea's got it. De Gea's been a legend. He's going to be a legend, man. He is a legend already. I mean, yeah, man. Definitely agree with the high ratings, actually.
But do you think that's because of the reason why he's getting so much accolade of, trophies and all that Player of the Season is because of how piss poor our defence is? Because, to tell you the truth, goalkeeper shouldn't really be getting Player of the Season. It should either be the striker or the midfielder.
It is what it is, man. I mean, De Gea's had to step up where we've had weaknesses, so all he can do is do those Superman saves. Batman saying 8.5 De Gea, Rushmano 8. Yeah, a lot of high ratings for De Gea. I reckon, he could be man of the match from what we're saying, as well. Black Rock Rugby already saying his Wan-Bissaka one. He's not liking Wan-Bissaka today. A 4. I don't think it was a 4 today. I don't think it was a 4. Because who was he up against? He was up against Hudson-Odoi, right? I don't think he got beaten that much today. Hudson-Odoi got a few crosses in, but in terms of getting dribbled past, I don't think he was letting them pass that much. I'd give Wan-Bissaka a steady 6. I'd give him a 6. Yeah, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I'll join you on that. I'm gonna go 6. I was thinking the penalty's not his fault. I'm not gonna knock him for a penalty because it's not really his fault.
I think that's what it's going to be for, isn't it? I think he's been marked down for the penalty. I don't think
a few times they got beat. He got beat a few times by Hudson. Also, Alonso got a few crosses in. I think some of the recovery tackles he made were probably because he was out of position a little bit and kind of let Hudson-Odoi and Alonso get in behind him. Alternatively, we're not really talking about the big chance that Timo Werner had, who he probably would have missed anyway, but it was just about to shoot and Wan-Bissaka just got his foot and blocked it, which maybe made up for the penalty. But I think maybe overall he's probably our worst player on the pitch, and I'm
You think so?
Wow. I'm a massive fan of Wan-Bissaka, but I think today it just wasn't up to scratch. He hasn't been up to scratch for a while.
I think he's tired, as well. He's played a lot of games. Remember?
Yeah,
he's played a lot of games.
It's going to be interesting to see what Ragnick does with Wan-Bissaka, whether he favours Dalot or whether he's going to keep Wan-Bissaka and try and train him to be slightly more attacking.
Oh yeah, I hope he stays too. But I've got to honour the super chat before we talk a bit more. Steve Johnson saying "keep dreaming." I think that's in reference to when I was saying, imagine if we go to the to Anfield. Imagine if we go to Anfield and we get a 5-0 doing the Gegenpress. Imagine if we learned it by then. I'm gonna dream. I'm gonna dream, Steve. You can't stop me dreaming. Yeah, so I'm gonna dream. We've all got a dream, guys. We could do it, man. Redemption.
There's no way I want to see Dalot in our team. I just want Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'd rather go and get another. Go and buy another one. Buy another right back rather than Dalot.
Billy 1999 is saying Wan-Bissaka overrated though. Aaron Wan-Bissaka most overrated right back in ages. I mean, come on though. I mean, going forward, we know he's not really that great, but you can't argue against the tackling stats. He's been top tackler in the Premiership for a few seasons. That's what a defender should do. But I know we're in the new age of the attacking
we
right
was
back.
calling him Spider One and all that.
I don't call him that, by the way. I used to call him Obi-Wan Bissaka because I thought no one could get past him. He's a Jedi. But yeah, I mean, there's a spider thing as well because his legs are long and you don't sometimes get past that recovery challenge.
That's it.
But I don't think he's overrated though. I mean, he's just off form right now.
I said this in the Villarreal post-match that we did. I think he is a victim of this kind of new era, especially when some of the best players in the league this season have been Cancelo at City, Reece James at Chelsea, and Trent at Liverpool. You want that more attacking right back. So, like I said then, 10 years ago, Wan-Bissaka as a right back probably being held as one of the best in the league, but now the added demand on attacking is kind of where he falls. But I'm still a big fan of Wan-Bissaka, but it's all dependent on what's happened with Ragnick and whether he likes him or not.
That's true. There's people in the chat that's still a fan of Wan-Bissaka. Johnny saying 7.5. I think a bit high, but yeah, I'm still liking the positivity for Wan-Bissaka. Batman Night fan saying 6. Yeah, he's agreeing with me. A little bit of an average game. Frank HS 7. Yeah, was it Vuginator saying 6.5 for Spider-Man? Yeah, I think it was average, man. I think he was all right today. I wasn't going to go to Tellers yet, but seeing as Johnny's put it already, 8.5. I don't know. I didn't really see Tellers enough. I think because it's hard to see the players. Like I keep saying, 34% possession. It's hard to keep track of what players are doing. I would say average 6. Average 6 for me. But go on then, Jules. What are you thinking for Tellers?
I was going to say I saw him on the ground more times than not. So, yeah, 6.
Yeah, I agree.
6, 7 sort of thing. He was good going forward. Occasionally, when he was going down that, when he was trying to look for the overlap and the runs.
I think if Chelsea played, because they had Ziyech on the right hand side, didn't they? I think if they played a better right winger. Not saying Ziyech's poor, but he's not as good as other Chelsea players. I think then that might have caused us a few more problems because I think Tellers' positional sense today was not quite there. He whipped a few good crosses in towards the end of the game when we were trying to nick a 2-1, but yeah, if I'm giving Wan-Bissaka a 6, I'm going to give Tellers a 6. I thought they were both probably the worst players on the pitch for us.
The worst ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the average. AR
the
Dan
worst
saying
out of a bad bunch.
AR Dan saying 7. Yeah, Batman thinks average as well. Tellers 6. Yeah, Tellers. I just think when these guys get a system that educates them in passing to the right positions, because when I see them get passed to, a lot of the times the fullbacks are set up to just get pressured. There's a lot of times where we pass it slowly between the holding midfielder and the centre backs, and then when we pass it to the wing or to the fullback, they've been closed down already, so they're being set up to get tackled. And obviously, in a proper organised system, I don't think that will happen. So I think we'll see the best of Tellez and Wan-Bissaka once Ralph gets his tactics going.
That's the thing, though, because prime example today is Antonio Rudiger. Dreadful when Lampard was in charge, and now he's probably one of the best centre-backs in the league, and that's just based on coaching and what Tuchel's done. So
exactly,
Ragnick can come in and teach play. I mean, Lindelof can be the next, probably league's best centre-back in a few years. Who knows? But yeah,
maybe
we'll wait and see.
Jarvis Cocker saying, I give Tellez a 7.5. He's an intelligent player and a bit of a shithouser. He frustrates the opposition. Yeah. I mean, I think overall we frustrated Chelsea. And if I'm going to rate Carrick, we'll do it at the end. I would give props for the fact that he made us hard to beat today. That Chelsea struggled to create proper chances, even though the stats will show that they dominated the game. They didn't really create those big chances. So apart from like Hudson-Odoi in the first half, So
and the Rudiger one at the end.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, the one where for the volley.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a real defender's finish. I love that finish. That was awful. Completely just. Did he hit it off his shin? It looked like it came off his shin.
Probably.
That was terrible.
You can tell he's been learning off of Timo Werner.
I'm so glad he started today. Timo Werner. If we were going to do Chelsea ratings, Werner, one of the worst guys. I mean, I rated him before he went to Chelsea, but since he's been there, technically he's not looked that good. And I'm glad today he was started poor. Lindelof, I would say because I didn't really see enough of him. My player cam was on bias, so maybe I might be wrong. People in the chat keep getting your ratings in. I'd say an average 6. He was. I didn't see him put a foot wrong. I think he was all right. Made some clearances. Yeah, I give him a 6. What are you guys saying?
I'm gonna go with a 7. I think both centre backs were good today. I felt Chelsea have turned into this goal scoring machine as of late. Scored 4 against Juventus in midweek, of course. I thought, and that's our second partnership, isn't it? Because the first partnership is Varane and Maguire. The second partnership is Lindelof and Bailly. And I thought they did well today. So I'm going to give Lindelof a 7 because I can't think of many times that he put a foot wrong. So 7 for me.
Yeah, same 7.
Cool. People in the chat keep getting your ratings in. Johnny is saying, what are you saying? Bailly had a 7.5/8. Yeah. People are already on the Bailly ratings already. People getting your Lindelof ones too. Don't forget about Lindelof. Batman saying Bailly 7. Yeah, now Batman saying Lindelof 7. Okay. Yeah, AR Dan, let me get your comment up as well. Both centre back 7. That could be the case then, looking at it objectively. But from what I'm seeing, I thought Bailly was a 7. Because every time I saw a cross come in, he just kept getting his head on it. He was almost the slab head we needed today, and from what I was seeing. It was slabby Bailly today.
Oh.
So, I'm going to move on to Bailly and say Bailly a 7. People are saying, Mark Fisher saying Lindelof 7, Johnny, Lindelof 7. Yeah, Vuj, maybe a little bit, he's saying Lindelof was average, 6. I was saying that too. So it's just all about what you see, isn't it? It's hard to remember everything. So,
You got to think
yeah,
about this. Chelsea were relentless in their attacking, and the only way they scored was a penalty.
true.
And they're the league leaders at Stamford Bridge. So
That's true.
I
That's
think
true.
that gets the 7. But for me, I think Bailly gets the 7. I thought AR Dan got it right. You don't give one centre back one and another. I think they defended as a unit today. I maybe would have given Bailly slightly higher. I did notice him a few times getting sort of drifting out of position ever so slightly, which wasn't an issue because one of the three midfielders kind of jotted back in where he was. But yeah, 7. But really good performance.
That was good. Avenger Mass, thanks for keeping track of the likes. 60 likes, guys. We can keep it going up. It's free to hit the like. Obviously, you're helping the Flying Pig United platform. He likes to have us fans come on and, just have our opinions. And obviously, for future shows, if you want to come on the show and get your opinion on the microphone and you've got a good connection, you've got a camera, just inbox Flying Pig. Look into the description. He's on Instagram and Twitter. Get into the DMs. Try and get on the show, and we can chew the fat, guys. Keep hitting the like and subscribe. We're on the road to 50k. Everyone, thanks for getting your likes and getting your views in. So we've done the defense right for ratings. We've done that. Let's go with Matic. Matic for me, way better game than Watford from what I saw. He wasn't passing the ball away. Maybe he did a few times, but I didn't see it though. I saw he was all right, taking a few assured touches. I'd give him a 6. It's average for me, still a 6. What are you saying, Griffo?
8. I thought he was
8.
brilliant today. And a few times in this game, I turned into like bloody Lionel Messi. He was doing flipping Ronaldo chops, a few back heels, a few spin and turns. I thought, there we go, what's going on here? But I think he was a big reason how we kept Chelsea at bay today. So I thought all three of the midfielders, I thought the sort of setup of having those three midfielders was a bit questionable, but I thought each one of them held their own today. So I'm going to give Matic a strong 8 because I thought it was great.
Okay. Batman's asking about Usman. I think because when I saw him after the game, he was doing a little bit of a reaction for himself for his own channel. So I think he was just too busy with what
He was
doing.
on a Twitter space earlier.
Was he on Twitter? Okay, yeah. So he's busy with his
One of
own
his
things as
spaces.
well. He may be on a future show. So yeah. Keep tuned for Usman on a future show. G Wolf, what are you saying for?
For Matic,
Matic,
7. I think 7. As I said, he played. It was one of his better games, especially better than what he played against Watford.
Yeah, definitely.
Can do much worse, really. So yeah, he couple of nice passes, couple of nice tackles as well. I saw breaking up the play.
What I noticed from Matic today was a lot of driving the ball forward. He was probably the one out of the 3 that got the ball and burst out and tried to really start the counter attack.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought he was such a critical part of that midfield 3 and that back 4. So that's why I gave him an 8. But
okay, yeah, people are agreeing with you guys. Batman Night fans saying Matic 7, Vujinator saying Matic 7, AR Dan 7, Avenger Mass 7. Yeah, they're agreeing with you guys. Then I might have been a bit harsh saying 6, but United Forever in the chat, one of the members saying Matic, Fred, and Mixor 6. So he's agreed with the Matic being 6. So what's their combination for that? What's the combination for their name? Would it be McFredich? Is that the new? Is that the new combination we're going to see if Carrick stays there? I mean, obviously Ralph. I don't think Ralph goes with that. I don't think he goes with the. I don't think he goes with the 3. That would be a 3-man pivot. I don't want to see that every week because we're getting 34% possession. I want to see us on the ball. I want to see us influence more of the possession because this 9/10 of the law. That's what possession is, man. That's what you do if you're a big team. For me.
In hindsight, against Chelsea, it was probably the right thing to do to play those 3. not attacking midfielders, sorry, them 3 midfielders, because they were coming on to us. I thought it was a good setup from Carrick. I raised my eyebrows like everybody else did when the team news came out, but I think overall it was probably, in hindsight, a good decision that he did that.
So what are you saying for Fred? What's your rating for Fred?
Fred, I'm going to give Fred an 8 as well, and I'm also going to give him the man of the match.
Wow.
It would have been a 9 had that shot that Mendy passed to.
Oh, you mean when
When
Fred got
Mendy
the
passed
ball?
to
Yeah.
Fred and he decided,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to have a chip from here.
Oh, that was awful.
Because that was the moment that we win the game. Because, our goal came from a Jorginho mistake.
Yeah.
And we could have won the game from a Mendy mistake. So, apart from that, though, I thought he was our best player. I don't want to say he ran the midfield, but to be fair, he probably did run the midfield. I didn't think Jorginho had the best game for Chelsea, and I thought everything that went into the midfield, Fred was kind of there. He was playing, I think, the more attacking of the 3, which is quite surprising. He was quite like Bruno role almost in that game. His passing was good. He was getting stuck in. One of the better games I've seen from Fred at this club, so I'm going to give him a strong 8.
I strongly agree with that now, and I'm kind of reconsidering my Matic one, but because I keep going, I'm like a broken record right now. I keep talking about the low percent of possession, 34%. I didn't see enough of my midfielders on the ball, so I'm still gonna give Fred an average 6. He was all right. He was okay. He didn't do too much wrong. Made a few passes, like Griffith was saying, some forward runs, but yeah, not enough in the midfield for me. I'm giving Fred a 6. So G Wolf, what you saying?
Yeah, I agree with Griffo Chaz. And also, I would have said that he was man of the match as well, because he bossed that midfield like no tomorrow. I thought break-up play was absolutely brilliant. His interceptions, his passes. The only thing that let him down was the chip. Could have done that chip. That was funny. He thought he could do. He thought he could do a Ronaldo.
I wasn't laughing, G Wolf. I was pissed when he didn't commit to it. You should have committed to it. If you're gonna try a chip, commit to it. Yeah.
It took an age to decide as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, he took too long. But people in the chat are liking Fred as well. I think I'm feeling like I'm being too harsh now.
Tell the truth. Do you want to know something though?
What?
Do you know what I actually really liked? Is that the players were actually playing with smiling, like smiling faces.
I didn't see that, but okay.
You didn't see that?
Nah.
Tell you the truth, like when Fred, did that chip, afterwards there was a bit of a smile on his like, damn it, I should have done it a little bit better.
I'd be pissed. If I was, who was the other players in attack with Fred there? I would be like, why didn't you just pass it to me instead of doing that?
It was Ronaldo and Jesse that were the 2 players.
Ronaldo wouldn't be smiling there, Griffo, would he? No,
yeah. In all fairness, both Ronaldo and Lingard, Fred would have to have made a pretty good pass to find the pair of them. I rewatched the goal just to before we came on, but we still should have scored because Chelsea had like 1-2 defenders, but Mendy gave us a great chance, and unfortunately, Fred decided that he'd see the headlines. But
I think that's what we need to get past is players trying to be that maverick, trying to be the guy that is the savior. We've got to be like a team. But yeah, I mean, Griffith, you were saying maybe the pass was off because they were maybe marked, but
it was still achievable. But I mean, at the end of the day, Fred should not really be in that position because he doesn't attack. True. It's out of his comfort zone. But a professional footballer should be doing better than that instead of just chipping it directly into Mendy's hands.
Yeah. Johnny's saying 7.5 or 8 for Fred. The Fredo chip was a letdown, but played well. That's true. That's what we've just been discussing. Yeah, Batman Night fan saying Fred 7. Yeah, people are liking Fred. Vuginator 7.5 would be an 8 if he scored or passed to Lingard. Yeah. Everyone's reflecting what we're saying. I see people are thinking I'm harsh. Vuginator saying Fred deserves more than a 6, Eddie. Come on, man. I just didn't like the way we couldn't control the game. I think it's down to my preference of not liking this part of the bus kind of thing, because I was saying before, if like Jose was here, that would be a Jose masterclass there. I mean, maybe a win would be a Jose masterclass, but the way we just stifled, we stopped Chelsea from really expressing themselves in terms of getting really clear-cut chances. So, yeah, I just didn't like it. We're going to
on that
McTominay.
point, though, quickly, I think we kind of knew that the performances were going to be slightly poor, but Michael Carrick had a job. His job was basically get through in the Champions League against Villarreal, and if you're in charge for the Chelsea game, try and get a point. We're through in the Champions League, beat Villarreal 2-0, got the point against Chelsea. So I think job done for Carrick. It's not about performances, the 2 games Carrick's in charge, because he's not going to be in charge after this. Hopefully, Ragnick's in charge for Arsenal.
No, he's got to be.
So it's just the results.
Ralph Ragnick has got to be in charge for that game, because I already told my brother who supports Arsenal, I said, we're going to watch the game together and you're going to see the manager bounce from when Ralph Ragnick comes in. And we're coming to... No, I thought we were going to the Emirates. They're going to come to Old Trafford and it's going to be the theatre of dreams on that night. Not no theatre of nightmares. We're going to see the manager bounce. Ralph Ragnick's got to be in the dugout for that game. It's got to happen, guys. It's got to happen. Flying Pig is in the building. The boss is in the building. Hey, everyone. Good result, to be honest. Ready for the new era. This is what I'm saying. Ready for Ralph Ragnick, the godfather of the Gegenpress. Smash a like and subscribe, guys. Let's do McTominay. Let's wrap up these player ratings. Griffo, what are you saying for McTominay?
I gave Fred an 8 and Match an 8, didn't I? I'm probably going to give McTominay slightly lower. I'll give him a 7, only because I felt that he was skating on very thin ice. I'm surprised he's not got a red card here, because he was leaving his boot in a bit too much, doing a few silly fouls, getting a bit mouthy.
I did like how tenacious he was. I did like that tenacity, but I like what you're saying. He was a little bit reckless, a little bit walking that tightrope a little bit,
If he toned it back ever so slightly, I probably would up him to an 8, same with Fred and Matic, because I thought that midfield 3 got us the point in the end. But I think just a few times he kind of overstepped the mark a little bit and was, I'm not going to say lucky to stay on the pitch, but was skating on thin ice for sure. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, G-Wolf?
Yeah, same here, 7. I thought he... But I was quite surprised that Carragher, sorry, gave him the man of the match.
Yeah, I was surprised at that as well.
I found that a bit odd. But maybe he saw something we didn't.
He played well, don't get me wrong, but I think there's Fred and Matic who played better in that midfield 3. For me, anyway.
I thought Fred did. Fred definitely played better than McTominay.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you say your rating, G-Wolf? I don't know.
Yeah, 7.
7, yeah, cool.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, guys, let's wrap up these ratings, because I do want to talk about Ralph Ragnick at the end if we get some time. I think Pigo's got some news later on, so we're going to wrap up the player ratings. And I think he's going to have FIFA later on around 10 or 11 o'clock. But I did want to address what Jarvis Cock is saying. Are we ready for the time it will take to implement the Gegenpress? It took Klopp many seasons. See, this is the thing. I want to save that for later. Let's save that. Yeah, good question. Because that's debatable as to whether people can do the press. But let's okay. So Bruno, I'd give him Bruno today. Not much service towards him. It looked like when we were attacking, he was like the striker with Sancho and Rashford either side.
A false 9,
yeah. I didn't really see enough. I would say a 5. A 5 for me. I didn't really see enough. What are you saying, Griffo?
I agree. 5. I didn't do much. He gave the ball away a lot. To be fair, he was the one that kind of kicked the ball into the orbit, and then Jorginho kind of made the mistake. But that's not on Bruno. That's just
Bruno loves doing that. Remember against Watford, kicking the ball into orbit, and then we conceded the penalty.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it worked this time, didn't it?
The thing is with Bruno is he's going to try these passes and try these little stuff all the time. and it's worked up until now because he's been a fantastic player for United. No one's saying that, but you're going to get some games where it's not worked. Today was one of those games. Thankfully, it didn't cost us in the long run too much because we got the point. But maybe I was being harsh when I said Wan-Bissaka and Telles were the worst players on the pitch because I think Bruno just didn't get any of the game, in my opinion.
Okay, I just got to highlight what some people were saying about McTominay. Flying Pig saying 7 for McTominay. Yeah, Avenger Mass 7.3. Yeah, people are liking the midfield, you know. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit harsh. I'm still not liking it today. But yeah, Jewel for Bruno. What are you saying for Bruno?
3.
Wow. That's quite low, man.
Yeah, he was our captain.
No, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So is that what we expect from our captains now? That shitty performance in midfield? Normally, without the captaincy, he normally, he normally creates something. But since he's always had the captaincy, he's always had piss poor games, I thought.
But how many games has he had as captain, though? It's not been enough, has it?
He's had a couple.
Wow. I think he's better captain than Maguire, your boy. Personally.
Really?
I don't know if you agree with that. Yeah, I do. I think with Maguire, there's no leadership there. With Bruno, I think there is a little bit of leadership. There's so many elements.
Bruno is gobby without the captaincy.
This is true, and that's why you see that in game. Okay, maybe he is captain material. You know, he gets in the ref's ear, maybe.
Yeah, I see it.
One way.
I see him talking a lot to other players too, where he tries to give orders. He tries to influence the press. He does that a lot of the time. He's like almost a cheerleader to get people to press forward. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of being technical today, he didn't have enough service. I think because sometimes we saw him as that false 9 where we couldn't really control the midfield to get the ball to. We couldn't control the midfield, G-Wolf, to get the ball to him because we saw that with Donny. Donny suffered in the number 10 against Villarreal because we couldn't control the midfield. Yeah, I think Bruno suffered from that today. We're at 34%.
I think if we had Bruno, if we had Donny in that midfield today with Bruno, then I think you would have saw a totally different game. I think you would have seen us dominate that midfield because I think Donny can dictate that play from the centre.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Bruno's role was today. Sorry, G-Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, we did say one role was false 9 and then maybe trying to drop in and help midfield. We didn't see enough. That's why I didn't like
the formation was supposed to have been a 4-3-3, wasn't it? But some people were saying that it was a 4-2-1-2 or 3-2-1-2.
I saw 4-3-3.
It's just really stupid. Yeah, I thought it was a 4-3-3.
People in the chat are saying, AR Dan is saying Bruno 6, Avenger Mast, Bruno 4. Hold on while I try and say the name again. Megadeth Bangkok. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got it right. 5.0. Flying Pig saying 5.0. Yeah, I mean, that to me, people in the chat are reflecting what we were saying. It's like, we didn't see enough for Bruno. And yeah, he's always going to suffer if he's not getting enough of the ball. Wow, Jonathan Gallagher's on what G-Wolf was saying. Yeah, 3, dreadful. Wow.
Normally he dictates play, and he just didn't do it today. He didn't really do anything. His shots weren't coming off. His passing was dreadful. Just literally, he was off the pace. And he has been. This is his second game now that he has been off the pace because I do believe that.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame, Jim. But we got a super chat, and Steve Johnson is just trolling. This is what I said. He's kind of Steve Johnson has a way with his trolling. It's kind of like it's not in your face. It's not like cruel. It's kind of a little bit sarcastic, a little bit of a soft kind of troll because saying Carrick needs more time. I mean, come on. We've seen the coaching staff under Ole. This is Ole ball, what we're still seeing. So obviously, Steve Johnson, as a Liverpool fan, wants to see us carry on with this kind of parking the bus counter-attack. Steve, it's not going to happen yet. We've got Ralph coming in. The club are going to announce him, or there's going to be protests It's going to be mad protest. Imagine if Ralph Ragnick is messed up now and we don't get him. The Glazers might as well leave now if he doesn't come in. So, Steve, you're not going to have your wish. Carrick is not staying at the wheel, mate. But thanks for the super chat. Vujanet is saying, yeah, Bruno was gash. AR Dan, Bruno 5, Jamie Ogden 4. Yeah, not great from Bruno. You know what I mean? Batman 6. Yeah, 6 from Batman Night fan. Rashford, what was he saying about Rashford? He wasn't in the game for me. Wasn't enough in the game. I didn't see him enough. I give him it's a 4. I didn't see enough. Yeah, didn't see enough. Yeah. What are you guys saying?
Yeah, 4, 5. I thought, like, apart from that attacking with Sancho, apart from that, didn't really see him.
And Grippo?
I'll go 6 because Chelsea did. I think Reece James, this yellow card came from Marcus Rashford. I think he was also fouled by Chalobah, who I think should have got a yellow card, but he didn't. For when he pulled him down, when he was he kind of turned him and wasn't through, but was running up to goal. So I don't think he did anything too dramatic, but I don't think he did anything that kind of set us back. So I'm going to go with the steady average 6 for me.
Oh, that's quite high compared to what the chat's saying.
Yeah.
AR down 4, Avenger Mass 5.2. He's on the FIFA ratings here. So Johnny, he's not having it. 3. Flying Pig 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not liking Rashford today. Like I said, Rashford poor 3.0. And Kidu saying 5. That's a nice name, by the way. Batman Night fan 5. What's big gob? Just like, what are you saying here? 3-6 Phil. I don't know if he's talking to someone else in the chat here. What does that mean? Big gob, Bob. I might have read your chat out of context there.
Maybe that's what his formation wants to be: 3 at the back, 6 in midfield, and then just Phil Jones up top. Maybe.
Big God, Bob, please confirm that if you meant that. That's hilarious, man. People is 4 104. Yeah. Sancho. Let's get to Sancho. I would say got the goal. I liked his running. He was more involved in the game. He tried to link up with Wan-Bissaka. I saw the attempt at chemistry there. That's going to have to be worked a lot on under Ralph. But for the effort and the goal, I've got to give him a 7. Sancho 7. That's what I'm saying. G-Wolf, what you saying for Sancho?
See, I would have gone 8 for Sancho. He did decent runs off the ball as well as on it, and attacked well, and also got the goal. So yeah, definitely. I would say definitely 8.
I'll go 7. I think the goal was well taken actually, because he was throwing goal and he had Rashford there, and I thought, is he going to square it? What's he going to do? And he did well in kind of tricking Mendy, who kind of went on his right foot because he thought he was passing to Rashford, and then he just slots in the bottom corner. So well taken goal, well composed by him. A few good runs, good energy from him. We're really starting to see what we thought we were getting at the start. Interesting that, he's scored in every game that Solskjaer hasn't been the manager, which is make of that what you will. But yeah, I think
Ole's still here in the form of Carrick, so maybe that counts.
Well, two games, 2 goals for Sancho under Carrick, so he's having a good time. But there we go, 7.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying, Griffith. I love the fact that he was almost doing some dummies in terms of maybe looking like he was going to pass to Rashford, and then he just put Mendy on the floor, then put it near post. It was beautiful. I was so happy for him when he scored that. People in the chat are loving Sancho. 7.5 from AR Dan, Flying Pig. 6.5 Flying Pig though. What? Round that up to 7, Flying Pig. Come on,
we need to ban these decimals. We need to ban these sitting on the fences decimal points.
I'm guilty of it too, Grippo. I'm guilty of it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
if it's 6.5, just round up to a 7. That's in my book.
Charlie saying 8. Avenger Mass sticking to his FIFA rating 7.2. Megadeth Bangkok 8, Enkidu 7, Bonzo 7, Sancho 8. Sorry, from Batman, Johnny 8. Yeah, man. Oh, Johnny, why are you being a little bit of a downer? 6. Come on, you got a goal. They got a goal as well. Johnny's doing he's doing the same Yassi rating too. Yeah, I'd
put a
agree.
super sticker in. That's the least authority.
He still owes Pigger a lot of cash. I'll give him a 1. I'll give him a 1. He's still in debt.
Yeah.
Hey, Flying Pig. Nice one. Rounded up to 7. Come on, Flying Pig. Sancho is on the rise now. He's on form. Let's go. Let's go, Sancho. I think we've done all the first team guys, right? Did we do?
Yeah, we've done everyone.
Everyone there. So we just got the subs. Yeah. Ronaldo coming on in the 64th minute. Didn't like the sub. Did not like it. We were mentioning earlier that maybe he shouldn't have come on because I was saying that we were in control. It's hard to say it sometimes because we had that low possession, but it looked like we had the goal. So why are we putting on the striker to come on? It's just like Ronaldo just had to come on because of the player power. So I didn't see enough from Ronaldo. I don't know if we even had a shot or anything. I would say a 4.
No, you didn't.
I'll say 4.
Whew.
Yeah. What are you saying, Jewel?
5. As you said, didn't really get into the game or anything like that. So yeah, that's 5. That's all I can say. There was nothing really that is coming to the top of my head of what he did in that game.
Yeah, this seems to keep happening. What Big Bob is saying. Ronaldo walked straight down the tunnel at full time. I mean, we've seen that he does this. He's like he kind of gets in a strop. You know, if things don't go well, he doesn't want to stay out there and do any handshakes. If people ask for his shirt, he's like, nah, no thanks. He just goes straight down the tunnel. You know, if he's had a bad game or if we've had a bad result. I mean, I didn't.
It's a big ego.
Big ego, and if you're not performing. Yeah, what is it? 64th minute. That's what 26 minutes. I don't know what you can do to get the ball to Ronaldo when we don't have possession. I keep saying it, but Griffith, what's your rating?
Yeah, 5. When he got the ball, didn't really make anything. I agree with you, Eddie, that I think the substitute was a bit pointless. I think they only kind of brought him on because it's Ronaldo and he has to have minutes. But that's that. So I'm going to give him a 5.
Yeah, Flying Pigs agreeing with you. 5. Enkidu, 5 as well. Johnny not liking Ronaldo, 3.5 or a 4.
See, I think that's one of his worst performances in a United shirt for ages, really.
Charlie,
I think
3.5.
I think that's harsh to say because he did come on as a sub. I think if he played like that for the whole game, I think maybe you could say that. But I think him coming on in a game where we were trying to see out a 1-1.
Yeah,
but the only thing is, this is Ronaldo. Should be making stuff happen.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Ronaldo came on when it was 1-0, actually. We're trying to see out a 1-0. He came on at the 64th minute. And then Jorginho got his penalty at 69th minute.
So he got 20. So he got 20-something minutes.
Yeah. So if we're trying to defend the 1-0,
yeah, I agree with.
It was a weird sub.
I agree with Vujinator. Ronaldo.
As I said, I think
Ronaldo added nothing. That's what it was. That's what I saw too.
I think the only reason why Ronaldo came on is because Sancho did pick up a knock.
Maybe that is the thing. That has to be confirmed for me. Ronaldo always gets a minimum 7. Avenger Mask, come on. I mean, he's the phenom. He's a legend. But we've got to take it game by game to be fair. I mean, does the fact that he is the best player we've had in ages make it so that if he has a stinker, it's a 7 minimum? That's not fair, guys, is it? Come on, Avenger Mask. Come on. That's too much privilege there. Too much. Even for Ronaldo.
Even top players, I was going to say, even top players need to come down a peg or 2.
Yeah, just so it's fair, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is. Nick Achilles saying 4 as well. Megadeth Bangkok 3.5. Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah, not. I mean, I think that's on Carrot. Carrot's got to take a bit of flack for that substitution too, because I didn't like it. Lingard coming on. Oh man, I didn't even see what he did. For that reason, that's a 4. I didn't see what he did. He came on in the 77th minute, 13 minutes to do something. I didn't see it, so I give him a 4. Yeah, Griffo, what you saying?
I think I'll give him a 5. I don't think he was on the pitch long enough to get a 4. I think if he was on the pitch for maybe 20 minutes, then he probably would have got a 4 actually, because he just wasn't up to scratch. When he got the ball, he wasn't running like that. His full potential. What I feel. I think when the chance came to Rudiger at the back post, I think it was kind of his man, because Wan-Bissaka was kind of defending inward, so it was Lingard's job to kind of mark Rudiger. He did miss, fortunately enough for us.
By the way, Griffo, why are we still playing Lingard when he's going to West Ham? He shouldn't be getting any minutes, should he? Maybe Mata should be getting some minutes then, if he's staying. Surely.
So, yeah, it didn't make much sense, especially when you have the likes of Greenwood on the bench, who could have easily come on instead of Ronaldo or Jesse today. As I said, I would have kept Rashford on for that pace on the counter-attack if there was an opportunity to steal the win from Chelsea. I didn't agree with anything the sub or anything Lingard did today, but I'll give him a 5 just because he was on the pitch not that long.
Yeah, we're on 70 likes, guys. Avenger Mass, nice one for being in here and keeping up the like count and letting us know. Everyone, well done for hitting the like. If we can, and if you've not hit the like, try and get us to 100 likes for Flying Pig. On the road to 50k. We're going to wrap up shortly. Did you do your rating, Jewel? For
same as Griffo. 5. Didn't really be on the pitch for that long to really give a bigger rating.
Yeah, and Kiddo is saying the same thing, 5 as well. Charlie saying 1. I wouldn't even disagree. I may have rated them too high. I didn't see him do anything. Yeah, Megadeth Bangkok. Lingard, fly like a butterfly.
Not sting like a V3.0.
Okay, that's funny. That's some funny shit there. Okay.
Yeah,
Flying Pig saying Shingard beans out. Oh man, you know what, Lingard, fair enough, you've done well at Man United, but you know what, I won't miss him, to be honest, when he goes to West Ham. I don't think he should still be getting game time.
If he goes to West Ham, he might be going to Barcelona.
He's already showed the picture. He showed a picture on his social media of him going to West Ham. He showed him in a West Ham shirt, right? He's showing a post on his social media for that.
Yeah, but that was
just when West Ham was celebrating the goal he scored against Wolves, because they played Wolves, didn't they? And they were like, last time we played Wolves, Lingard scored. So I don't think there's anything to.
He's going to be going there. Come on.
Nah, he's going to Barcelona. Come on.
It's an exciting project.
Behave yourself. So last one. I was going to say last but not least, but come on, if you're coming on in 89th minute, that means you're least.
Donny.
Non-applicable for Donny.
Yeah.
NA.
There was a good moment where I thought he passed the note to Fred really well. I thought the extension of the arm to give Fred that note and releasing him, I thought it was a really good note giving from Donny. So I'll give him a 7.
Nice.
Just for the.
What do you think the note said?
Well, it was after Fred chipped the goal, so I said, Fred, you idiot, don't try and chip the keeper again. Or a picture of the goal and said, this is the goal, Fred. Maybe something like that.
Oh, man.
Put your bar a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I hope Donny gets he should get some good games under Ralph. Surely he's one of those players that can press. Okay, we're going to wrap up now, but I wanted to just honor that question that Jarvis Cocker put in a question before about whether the team is going to have the whether the gegenpress. How long is it going to take for the gegenpress to be implemented on the team properly? Because he's saying that it took Klopp a few seasons to get it really engineered into the team. I mean, from what I'm saying, though, before you come in, Griffith, I'm saying that we're going to rely on that manager bounce, pretty much. That energy and the passion of the fact that we got a new manager, that's going to really blag a few games, I think. So yeah, what were you going to say anyway, Griffo?
Well, are we not giving Carrick a rating?
Oh, okay. Carrick.
I,
Go on then. What's your Carrick one?
I give him a 7. Just I think, and not it was negative, but we got a point away from home against the league leaders. You can't discredit him for that, so I'll give him a 7. The subs were a bit weird. That's my only criticism.
Okay. Jules?
Yeah. I was going to say an 8, but as you said that, Griffo, 7.
Yeah.
7.5.
I didn't like the performance, even though if we got the win, my rating would be higher. But I'm agreeing with Batman Night Fan. I'm going with 6. I think it was. I think for saying, even though we frustrated Chelsea weren't that good as well. Even though they had a lot of possession, with Werner up front, I thought they were a little bit toothless. So I'm going to agree with Batman Night Fan. Yeah, 6. I didn't like it that much today. I like that we got a draw at least. Yeah, Enkidu, Carrick, 6 for being defensive. I've got to agree.
But the only thing is, if we go out on the attacking, we would have been absolutely thrashed.
The chat has spoken, G Wolf.
I wouldn't say thrashed,
K,
but we
5.
lost, yeah.
Megadeth Bangkok 6. The chat has spoken. They're agreeing with me. It was an average 6. Okay, we see AR Dan's fed up too. What's he saying? Said 6 as well. They good on Carrick. Flying Pig the Don is saying Carrick with an ugly 8. Oh wow, you sucking me in there. Okay, an ugly
Carrick at the
8.
wheel.
Are you saying that, Flying Pig? You want to see Carrick over Ralph Ragnick, maybe? Maybe that's too far, isn't it? That's too far.
I think you'll find, that Carrick's got good coaching abilities to be a future Man United manager. I think under Ralph Ragnick, I think you'll see Carrick be the next Man United manager in years to come. Obviously.
What? Really? That took a long time for him to
say. Too early to say.
Jarvis Cocker's liking Carrick.
I think he could.
You say he did the right thing. Yeah, I mean, because we're off form to try and
it'll play into
to try and snatch a point, G Wolf, because we're off form. Maybe is worth over 7, but still, I don't like where we're at. Still, overall, the way we play, too defensive, and Chelsea weren't that good as well. I don't think so. I'd still say a 6 anyway. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Steve Johnson, you need to behave, mate, because Carrick's not staying at the wheel. Okay, it's not a 10. It's not. He wasn't a 10. He wasn't a 10. Yeah. Behave yourself, Steve. 70 lights. Yes, guys, we're gonna wrap up now, but let's finish off then with that thing I was talking about, the Gegenpress. Griffo, how long do you think then, that it takes us to try and adapt to actually playing that style? Because I was saying it's pretty much just going to be a manager's bounce where the players, what do you call it? The players really up their game to put themselves in the position to stay in the team for Ralph Ragnick. So people like, let's say if Donny gets picked, he'd be doing a lot of running anyway. People like Rashford would be running all over the place. There'd be a lot of running. But I'm not sure how long it would take. I think the manager's bounce gets us across quite a few games. I remember AR Dan was in here saying we can get 6 wins out of 6 because, Griffo, you were saying we've got a good run of games. We've got people like Brighton that would Brighton are hard to play, to be honest. But we've got people like who is it that we got actually? Let me just bring it up again. We got people like
will be in there somewhere.
People like Crystal Palace. Even they play good football though. Still, Norwich. We've got people like Norwich and Brentford. Yeah, there's people that we should be beating anyway.
Yeah,
that I think we can just take our time to adapt while we're playing teams that are on paper worse than us. But what do you think though?
It's almost parallel to Chelsea's situation a year ago, isn't it? Have a legend of the club as the manager, sack him, bring in a tactician and go on a run. And I'm hoping we're going to have the same effect that Tuchel had on Chelsea. It might take a bit of a while, I think. We'll definitely see an improvement from the get-go. But I think we're not going to see. He's only here for 6 months, isn't he? So we're not going to get that like 3-4 years out of him to really build a philosophy like with a Klopp, for example. So.
But who do you think he will hire in? Because surely, if he goes to the boardroom, right, Ralph Ragnick's going upstairs for 2 years worth of consultation. What manager do you think we can get in? Because people like Steve Johnson is coming with some harsh truths. Maybe it might take 3 years. You don't have the players to commit to that style. I don't want to hear that, but that may be the harsh truth.
Well, we'll find out in good time. Yeah, it's such a good situation, I think, to be in when you hire Ragnick for 6 months. Then he would have worked with the players. He knows the exact manager to go out and try and recommend and get for United. So it's a perfect situation for us. I'm surprised the club have moved like this. So whether he's going to try and install the pressing on these players and then get another pressing manager to bring in at the end of the season to continue that further, I don't know. Ten Hag, yeah, I agree.
CCR2971, thanks for getting in here. He's saying Ten Hag, Griffo. Does he has a pressing system?
That's the ideal. No, it's not a pressing system, but
does he not have a pressing system? I thought he has that. I heard analysis that he has people pressing.
I think, not as much as like a Klopp or a Ragnick, I don't think, but I think he still does. I haven't seen much of Ajax, to be fair, so I can comment. But the numbers don't lie, and what he's done at Ajax is phenomenal. So he would be my number one choice after the 6 months of Ragnick.
G Wolf, what do you think then? Like, yeah, how long does the Gegenpress take to be implemented? Can these players do it?
Some players can, not all of them. I don't think Maguire could, really.
Yeah.
I don't think McTominay could. I think Fred will be perfect in that midfield with Donny. Obviously Matic, but because he's getting on a bit, so I think we need to buy another midfielder, another defensive midfielder.
We're not going to get that in January, are we? Do you think we could get something in January?
Why can't we go and get Kessie?
Because in my view, G Wolf, is that maybe I'm being negative, but it seems like the Glazers have already spent what they're going to spend with Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane. It seems like they've already put enough into the season for their standards.
With a new manager coming in, and if the manager needs a new player, surely he can go to the board and say, "Look, we actually do need another midfielder because there's no one there that can do the style of play that I need." And also Juventus, isn't they getting rid of like most of their midfielders, like Benacer and isn't there that other one?
Yeah, who's that?
There was another midfielder, Rabiot.
Right.
So.
Because I'm thinking, like, because Jarvis Cock is saying, I'm not sure we have the players. He's mentioning Ronaldo. I mean, Ronaldo, we know Ronaldo can't. The leg's not even there to even do it. But Bruno, I reckon Bruno has legs.
Bruno would be perfect in this system.
Yeah.
He covers so much ground.
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka, we know his recovery runs should suggest that he can press with the guidance. De Gea, obviously, maybe he would have to be a sweeper keeper.
Keeper. He did well today with the sweeper keeper. I
saw him one time come out and clear something. Yeah.
Luke Shaw, if he stays off the burgers, off the McDonald's.
He stays off the Burger King. Yo, when Ralph comes in,
eat some coleslaw, eat some salad, he'll be all right.
G-Wolf, Ralph is going to have Shaw on some personal diet, where he's going to be doing shuttle runs after training. He's going to have him on some kind of systematic kind of diet plan, which is going to work for him. Yeah, Maguire, like G-Wolf was saying, I don't know about Maguire. He's a
I know that Maguire's my guy, but I don't think he'll be. He's not suit. I don't think he'll suit that system. Me personally, it's a shame, but
that's where Bailly comes in. I'm saying Bailly, if he can keep those cheese strings in his legs fit, Bailly can come in and be that first teamer.
Maybe
And
Ragnar
have the
can get
legs.
some bamboo or something into his back of the legs.
Whatever is needed. Yeah, I mean, maybe Ragnick brings in a fitness plan where it helps Bailly. I don't know. Maybe sometimes he might be overtraining. He's doing something wrong where he keeps getting injured. I don't know.
Exactly.
But
and also the overstretching of the tackles doesn't really help, though, does it?
John Kay's saying, what about Hansi Flick? He's another German coach, right? He won a lot at Bayern Munich. But what was his style? Was his style... I don't think his style was gegenpress, was it? I'm not sure. But he played some good football.
He's the German national manager, though, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
That's it. I thought that was Lowe.
Oh, wait, but he's
because Lowe went, didn't he?
Yeah, he's quitting. Yeah, I think Hansi
He's
Flick
either quitting or he's already quit.
Yeah, I think Hansi Flick went for the national job. So
I would
love to have someone with that kind of CV, but yeah, I think he's not available. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're on 1 hour 40 minutes. So yeah, Flying Pig's going to be on the platform again, of course, because this is Flying Pig United. He's going to be having maybe some news come up if he's got any bulletins coming up for some Man United news. Obviously, FIFA coming on maybe around 11 o'clock. I think that's maybe usual time for Pigo. So we're going to have to wrap up, guys. Maybe next time we'll have like more of a questions and answers section near the end. But yeah, it's been good, guys. Get in your likes if you've not gotten your likes. Subscribe if you're new. Everyone, thanks for just being in the chat and helping us with the content. There's been some good questions in the chat. You helped us out with doing the ratings and everything. Yeah, so Flying Pig on the way to 50K. Let's go. Like and subscribe. Let's go and get it. G Wolf, all of the social media links are in the description for Pigo. So get on to Flying Pig for Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, so I've been your host, Eddie O2. I've been getting my YouTube going recently. So if you go onto YouTube, obviously we're on YouTube, type in Eddie's Football Waffle. That's Eddie with a Y. I've got some content on there. It's a bit comedy related. So get on there.
Awesome.
Thank you, G Wolf. I've been trying my hand at doing some comedy lately. But where can people find you?
People can find me at G Wolf United Gaming. I do a load of, well, you know, it's in the title, gaming. So Rocket League, Minecraft, Doki Doki with the Eclipse, plus also others, Forza 5, Horizon, GTA, anything and everything. If you want to get in,
eFootball again.
eFootball. I've been playing FIFA.
Cool.
I've been playing FIFA.
Yeah, so subscribe to G Wolf. And before we get to Griffo's plug, please check out Flying Pig's new goals reaction. There's the link in the chat. You'll see it, guys. I forgot to highlight that early on. My bad, Flying Pig. But yeah, get onto the new goals reaction. Griffo, where can people find you?
I'm at Charlie Griffo1 on Twitter and also Delay Kickoff on YouTube.
Nice. So yeah, Flying Pig, thanks, mate. He's put my link in the chat. So you know, get on there and subscribe if you want. G Wolf's link is in the chat as well. Get on there, subscribe to what he's doing. And last but not least, Griffo's channel as well. So all the links are in there.
No excuse,
Griffo. Yeah, people getting there. It's free. We're giving them free content. Get on there and see if you like what we're doing. And thanks. I think it's been a great show, guys. Thanks, Avenger Mast, Jarvis Cocker as well for getting in here. I pressed the wrong thing. Jarvis Cocker, thanks for that. Breaking. Okay, now I've got to read it now because I clicked on it by mistake. Breaking news: Ragnick just burned all of the Deadwood Melts kits in storage. When asked why, he said, "Why not? It's not like they're gonna need them, are they?" I don't. Maybe Ralph has been. Maybe Ralph might be that. What do you call it? Cutthroat. We might see. Pub always comes to mind with that kind of thing, where it's like because he might be going.
He's definitely going.
Maybe Maguire's been disciplined. Maybe Maguire's already been demoted. He said maybe Ralph said Maguire, you're not captain anymore, mate. You know what I mean? You're a fridge. You're crap, mate. Maybe.
Maybe the
Okay.
slab needs fixing.
But yeah, it's been a good show, guys. I think we've rambled on enough. Yeah. Catch Pigo later on for FIFA. And yeah, everyone have a good night. On towards Arsenal. We've got to get Arsenal. We've got to do it, guys. We've got to do it. But
We'll do it.
Yeah.
I think there'd be that with today's result, onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. Let's go. Ralph Ragnar's going to come to the wheel. Let's go.
Exactly.
All right. Have a good night, guys. We'll catch you later.
See you later.
Cheers, everyone.